Maya Bennett was 35 years old, a single mother of two, and a woman of unmatched strength. Living in a modest apartment in East Baltimore, she devoted every ounce of her being to raising her children, her daughter, Ella, aged 11, and her son, Noah, who was just 7. To the outside world, Maya appeared ordinary, a woman you might pass on the street without noticing. But behind her tired eyes lived a story of heartbreak, grit, and a quiet heroism that would one day inspire thousands. Maya's life had never been gentle. Born to immigrant parents who had struggled to make a life in the U.S., she lost her mother when she was 10. Her father, unable to cope with the loss, became emotionally distant and passed away when Maya was just 16. Alone but determined, Maya put herself through high school by working evenings at a local diner. It was during this time that she met Jared, a charming young man who made her believe in love again. By 21, they were married. By 23, Ella was born. Life felt like it was beginning. But fairy tales, she would learn, are often interrupted. After 12 years of marriage, Jared left. No warning, no explanation beyond, "I don't love you anymore." He walked out the door one Sunday morning and never came back. Noah was 2. Ella had just turned 6. No calls, no letters, no child support. It was as if they had been deleted from his life. Maya was devastated. But she didn't have the luxury to break down. With no college degree and no family to rely on, Maya turned to work. She became a certified home care nurse, taking jobs across the city caring for the elderly and terminally ill. When she wasn't nursing, she cleaned offices at night. On weekends, she scrubbed kitchens and vacuumed living rooms in houses that looked like palaces to her. She didn't complain. Her exhaustion was a badge of honor. Her calloused hands were proof she hadn't given up. She kept going even when the heater broke in the middle of a snowstorm and she had to wrap the kids in 3 layers of blankets. She kept going when Noah had asthma attacks and the insurance wouldn't cover the medication. She kept going when she herself had the flu but couldn't afford a day off. Her children were her reason, her purpose, her strength. At night, when the city fell quiet and the children slept, Maya would sit by the window and whisper silent prayers. Let them be happy. Let them never feel alone. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a rainy Thursday. Maya had just finished a double shift at the nursing home. She picked up the kids from her neighbor's house, where they'd waited with sandwiches and homework. It was already dark. The streets were slippery. Ella held Maya's left hand. Noah held her right. They walked quickly, coats soaked, the wind biting. "Mom, I'm cold," Noah said. "I know, baby. We're almost home," Maya replied, pulling her scarf around him tighter. Then, out of nowhere, headlights, the screech of tires, a sharp scream. And then darkness. Maya awoke to a beeping sound. The ceiling above her was pale blue. Her body ached. Her head throbbed. Tubes poked at her arms. She tried to speak but her voice was dry. Her first thought, "Where are my children?" She tried to sit up but couldn't. Panic set in. A nurse entered. "You're awake. Don't worry, Maya. Ella and Noah are safe. They're in the waiting room." Tears streamed down Maya's face. Relief flooded her. A moment later, the door burst open. Ella and Noah ran in, crying. They hugged her, clung to her like lifelines. "Mama, we were so scared." "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere," Maya whispered, kissing their foreheads. But the relief was short-lived. Maya had a fractured leg, a concussion, and a shoulder injury. She would need weeks of recovery. Worse, the accident had shattered the glass front of an upscale boutique store. The owner was demanding $3,000 in damages. Maya also lost the cleaning equipment she had borrowed from a friend. She lay in the hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, overwhelmed. No income, medical bills, rent due, damages to pay, no supplies. The tears came freely now. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to sob. "I can't do this anymore," she whispered. But fate had other plans. A kind nurse named Angela, who had seen Maya's children waiting all night by her bedside, posted their story anonymously on a community Facebook page. Photos of Ella sleeping on a hospital chair, Noah drawing pictures beside Maya's bed, and Maya's exhausted, yet determined face went viral. Messages of support began to pour in. A stranger sent $50 with a note, "You remind me of my mother." Another sent $200. Someone dropped off groceries at the hospital. Then came the call that would rewrite Maya's life. "Hi, my name is Jordan Collins. I run a non-profit that supports single mothers. I read your story, and I want to help." Maya hesitated. "Why? You don't even know me." "Because I believe in people like you. And I believe your story isn't over." 2 days later, Jordan and his team arrived. They brought winter jackets for the kids, meals, and toys. Jordan sat beside Maya's bed and gently took her hand. "You don't owe me anything," he said. "But you deserve a second chance." His nonprofit covered all of Maya's hospital bills. They replaced her cleaning supplies. And a week after she was discharged, they brought her and the children to a cozy, newly renovated house in the suburbs. "This is for you," Jordan said. Maya stared at the white porch, the flowers in the yard, the welcome mat. "You're kidding." "Nope. It's yours. No rent. A home for you and your kids." She dropped to her knees. Ella hugged her from behind. Noah clutched her hand. "We have a home," Maya whispered. But that wasn't the end. It was the beginning. In the weeks that followed, Maya was given a mentorship through Jordan's foundation. She revealed a long-held dream, opening her own beauty salon. She had always been good at braiding hair, doing makeup, helping women feel confident. Back when she was younger, her mom used to say, "You've got magic in those hands." Jordan smiled. "Then let's build your dream." With a small grant and a donated space, Maya launched Glow and Grace, a boutique salon dedicated to empowering women. She hired single mothers and trained them in beauty services. The salon became more than a place for makeovers, it became a space of healing, empowerment, and laughter. Maya's story was picked up by a local newspaper. Then a national magazine. Eventually, she was invited to speak on a talk show. Standing on stage, lights in her eyes, Maya looked into the crowd and said, "I used to think broken things were meant to be thrown away. But now I know, they can be rebuilt into something even stronger." Ella and Noah sat in the front row, beaming with pride. Years passed. Ella grew into a confident young woman who wanted to become a writer. Noah, curious and kind, wanted to be a social worker. And Maya? She became a voice for thousands of single parents, proof that even in the darkest nights, hope can find you. She never forgot Jordan or Angela. They were her angels. But Maya had also become something more. An angel for others. And so, to anyone who feels like life has broken them, Maya's story offers a simple message. Don't give up. There is still light. And sometimes, that light finds you when you least expect it.